And like, do you want to connect to people who have other physical disabilities is a question, or just the disability that you have. So that will all be the setup. Then you have sign in, which you can sign in using your thumbprint, Face ID, or username and password, or you can remove this altogether if you don't want to have that. So then the next page is the home page, which is like, how can I help you or connect you? So there are the two options. And then we have settings. So in the settings area, you can change the brightness. So in the setting area, you can change the brightness. If there's something wrong, check the battery level. And all the battery level, or report an issue. And then if you choose the help you option, this brings you to the main menu for your assistive robot. So he will, or she, help you with your kind of everyday tasks. So the everyday tasks that he can choose from is brush the floor, dust, make tea, hot water bottle, bring me water or snack like food, turn lights on or off, bring clothes or my stick or any items like a book, like help me brush my hair, or a quick wash, so like, and put on my coat or help me up. So that was the preliminary design first, prototype 1. So like, if you clicked on say brush the floor, it would come up say where, the kitchen, hallway or the sitting room, and then it would go brush the floor. And then the next is the kind of social media connection page to connect to people with similar diseases. So look, you can chat with groups. Now these groups can be locally, like nationally or globally. Chat one-to-one, so private messages. Then you have an area for blogs, discussions, posts. So this is like pictures, photographs. And then if you had a bad day, so like if it was really bad, or like you're really sad, or like a bit down, because depression follows this disease, it could connect you to a trusted friend that you met on the app. It could bring you to a free counsellor, or like kind of little activities to help you, and that are adapted for people with rheumatoid arthritis. So like meditation, yoga, or even like colour therapy and stuff. There's little activities like that. And then more is you can video or call friends, your friends list, then find more friends or groups or to join that are around you. And then it provides information, so like rheumatoid arthritis facts, and what is it, because sometimes people can be confused, even people who have it. Like my mom, like she read every book there was, asked the doctor so many questions. Nutritional information, exercise, medical information and questions. So that's kind of social connection page. And I suppose that kind of idea was sparked from my interviews. I went to use the resource of Facebook and Facebook groups. What happens if there's a special app dedicated to helping? And also with the app connecting people who have the same experiences, is you don't have to go outside your house, because there is many groups with Writers Island and stuff to get outside the house, but what about the days you can't get out? So then next I went on to build my robot. Now this is the finished prototype 2. Now there was a first prototype, this has some improvements. I'll just try and move over, might be able to see it. So this is my assistive robot. This is the kind of head or top half. So this would be like the monitor, like on your computer. So he can't, or she can't talk to you, but like that's just like hello, and it has the date, the time, battery, and if it's connected up to the app. So one thing with the battery, which the battery storage is down here in the bottom half, and he has to be charged. But with the batteries, when I was discovering like kind of technology used to build these, and like I want to have like efficient and long-lasting battery life, so we have to get electrical components that don't use too much power and last longer. And also to store the batteries, because since this assistive robot will be kind of around water, they have to be in like a chamber, and some of the materials have to be water resistant. So to do this, you have to use special wax to cover the motors, because nothing is really waterproof, but you can make it resistant. And also with the batteries, for people who are physically impaired, it can be a challenge to try and plug him in, because here I have like a plug socket area. Like if you forget to plug him in or anything in to charge, and it also can be hard, like maybe to plug it in, like with your hands or bend down to a socket. So maybe we could like an automatic, smart, intelligent battery system, where when the battery goes down below a certain level, that it will bring itself over to like a charging dock, or it'll know where the nearest power source is and kind of connect itself to that. So that could be something to build on and work on as well. So back to the top half of him. This is the monitor, like the screen on our laptop, and the monitor can change screens. So like when the robot is doing something, the everyday helper is doing something, say like I am brushing, it will tell you I am brushing the floor now. Or if you want, you can customize your screen. So like be present is like a little quote. Then it'll tell you if it's like low battery, or like there's something wrong, stop, error. I suppose it'd have to make a bit of a noise, say if it's out in the kitchen and you're in the sitting room and something's gone wrong. So yeah, that's the top half, and then also like it'll have like software and its memory and sensory tracking devices inbuilt in the top half. Then we have the body. Now this was originally white, so it's kind of quite boring. Don't you think of robots, you kind of think of black, white, boring, and it's like you can't understand it. So that was true. One of my feedback that they wanted to like color customize it, make it their own. So that's why it's purple. It have sequences, which my mom was like, where would you like the sequences? So in the body it has like the motors and parts. Then here is kind of like a little compartment, and that's like a little tray. And like for the assistive robot, if he's bringing a load of books or like water, tea or food, he can put some in here to store it while he's walking around. And that's the on or off switch as well. So that's his body. Now the arms. Now this is where it gets to help you do the everyday chores. So I've stuck some in. I've more arm attachments, we call them. So this one, which is my favourite one that I designed, it's like a feather. It's going to be the duster, and a cleaning and swiping and cleaning duster for you. Then, and you can see in the side here the compartment, and like the robot can like put these in and kind of hide them away to keep it tidy. He can bring out one if you only want one specific activity done. So then this arm attachment is going to be a hairbrush, a kind of hairbrush to help. And I got the kind of idea for this from looking at assistive products that are already there. Is they have long-armed hairbrushes for the shower to wash your hair. And one of my solutions, or what input from people I interviewed, was if they had like an electric hairbrush or something, because it can be hard to do your hair. And one woman relies on her 11-year-old and 12-year-old daughter to tie up her hair, put on her clothes and her bra and stuff, which she finds very like, maybe it should be the other way around, kind of thing. Anyway, then this arm attachment is going to be a hand, and I made it out of kind of Play-Doh and cardboard. A hand. And I have this now. This one has to be sturdy, very sturdy, and like able to lift like weighted stuff, because it'll help you lift you up, massage you, fill the kitten and stuff. So like it has to have the movement of fingers. So that's that arm attachment. Then the other arm attachment is this is a sponge, long-handed, to kind of wash yourself, and it can get some kind of water or be damp to help you groom yourself and just have a quick shower. So you don't have to say if you're not able to do it, and it can be quite like, you just feel like, I know it is a society and stuff if you don't have showered or groomed yourself up for the end of the day. Now this is my sweeping brush arm attachment, very important. That's my sweeping brush one. So it'll come out here like that. And then this arm attachment, which I got the idea from, like my mom has this reacher kind of picker thing, and this bracelet buddy, which is like a very product to help people whose mobility is impaired to like put on bracelets and stuff. It'll hold one of the clasps for you. Or like the reacher stick that my mom has, it's like a litter picker to pick stuff up. It's kind of the shape of that. So, and then it can open and close to pick stuff up off the ground, say, just like clothes or something or anything. And maybe it can be like have a magnetic part to it to kind of attract things to it more easily. So they were my first kind of arm attachments, and I'd already kind of told you some of my improvements with the colour customization and the battery. And then this is the bottom half. Oh, and in this compartment here, it can store the dust and the dirt from sweeping, so like it won't be left in a pile on the floor. But obviously it might have to be empty. And the batteries are stored here as well. And I said the improvement with the batteries, like the intelligent system and waterproof, and then there are the wheels. So then the improvements could be colour customise it, more privacy, and then an improvement I found was, could there be a massage arm attachment, kind of like a massage device to massage the joints in your legs and your knees, because then this will help you get up and do stuff maybe yourself, especially in the morning, because it might help like the blood flow or circulation, just make it a little bit easier to get up. So that could possibly be an arm attachment to it, a type of massage kind of arm that would massage your joints, and I made that kind of out of Play-Doh as well. So that is another arm attachment. And then another one is like, what happens if you can't use the app because of your hands? So it was a voice over, or like a voice controlled app or robot. So to highlight that this improvement will be made is the monitor screen will change to, if it's being controlled by your voice, is I am listening to you. So they were that was my prototype to my solution, and then I looked up how would you bring this to a reality, which it will take a lot, and we have to get a lot of like manufacturers on board, computer technology, app designers, we have to get quality standards tested, the groups, rheumatology groups behind us, but I think it would be a very plausible, because we're using assistive technology every day and intelligent devices. And I know it's kind of human interactive robotics, which is still a very new area and problems can go wrong. But this one as well is multifunctional and multitasks into one. And it kind of solves two kind of issues: the isolation and being able to connect with people through the app, and then does like little multi-functions. And I know the worry might be, say, oh, people get lazy and they're going to use it every day. So maybe an improvement could be to put in something that might be able to track the physical intensity of pain, but maybe that's a bit too far ahead, or you never know. So on days where it might not be that bad, it can tell by your body, and I'm not sure how it would do that. Like it refused to push the floor for you. But talking to people, talking to my mom about this, she was like, but like you want to get up, you want to brush the floor, so that like they actually want to do these activities that like say us, but like, oh, I don't want to do it, you know. And I even found myself, like when I was like about 10 or 11, my mom had asked me to do like some chores, which is good, but you know, you're like, oh, I don't want to do it, why don't you do it? I'm a child. And now you looking back, and I realised, you know, it was just to help more. But I feel bad that my mom feels bad for depending on me, but you know, it's only small things at the end of the day. But you know, you know how you feel yourself if you have to keep asking people to do so. And back to like the laziness kind of thing, if you like, even for myself now at 21, or anyone at any age, if you think in 10 or 20 years time, how do you picture your life? You don't picture your life being kind of homebound, or like in pain all the time and not being able to enjoy yourself, or like even like with my mom now, she wants to be back at work as I'm grown up. She wants to be go for walks with me, go clothes shopping with me, make dinners like she used to. It's just you don't picture your life, so I don't think the laziness factor, they want their independence back. And sometimes like you just can't get up. It's just as simple as that. So I hope it was easy to understand, and I know with the video and situation, and maybe one day it could become a reality, and you just never know. So yeah, thank you for listening, and goodbye.